Chelsea Football Club are in a very positive space. So what has to happen? The BBC in their highlight show have to be negative about us. Nigel Reo-Coker on CBS, yes, he's got a job there, has to be negative about Chelsea Football Club. I'm going to tell you what they said, I'm going to tell you why they said it, and I'm going to tell you not to listen to it and actually just listen to me. Furthermore, Estevao put in a brilliant performance. He speaks out about how he got the penalty and how Enzo Fernandez showed unity, and we've come a long way after a certain incident, and I'm going to talk about it. And Enzo Maresca comes out and explains why Estevao is a pleasure to coach, why Estevao's performances are as good as they are, and he's not worried about him purely because of these two reasons, and I'm going to explain to you why. And finally, Chelsea now have lost 5 games in 30, right? This is a brilliant record for Enzo Maresca. However, 4 of those defeats came with 10 men. 1 of those defeats came with 11 men. The question is this a stat to be proud of, or is this the stat where we need to sort out why this keeps on happening? We're going to break this down. What I need from you lot now. Number 1, hit the like button, pay your rent. It's what you need to do. It's free of charge. It's the best rent you can have. Secondly, if you like football related content, subscribe, right? This is the channel. I get to the point. It's sometimes entertaining. Some people say I make you laugh. Some people say I look like a bozo. It is what it is. Hate is welcome. Love is even more welcome. It's free. It's nice to be nice to people. So subscribe. And in the comments below, let me know. Estevao, is he a starter for Chelsea Football Club in your eyes now? Because it's a controversial topic and we need to talk about it. But let's get Chelsea Football Club have won 4 games in a row. 2 in Champions League, 2 in the Premier League. They've got Sunderland coming up. There is a very good opportunity for Chelsea to start stringing some wins together, get deep into some competitions and put themselves in a position where they are going to be almost spoken about as outsiders for winning the league. Let's get there first before we talk about it. But what happens when we do well, media start to forensically analyze us and project pressure. So what they're saying now is, this is good, the youngsters are working. However, this isn't going to lead to any success because they need more experience. This is what the BBC highlight show said. We need more experience, we need to add a few more experienced veterans into the team, and it's not going to work. Nigel Reo-Coker went one step further. He said we are going to have huge hiccups, we're not going to be successful, and he said this on CBS. He went as far as saying, essentially, unless Chelsea add, they're never going to do anything. Firstly, we won the Club World Cup. In my eyes, that's doing something, right? We're your world champions, we're your Roman Reigns, we're your super duper champs. So behave yourself. Number 2, we won the Conference League as we were expected, and we got the Champions League spots as we were expected. So clearly, these kids can meet expectation. Secondly, what I think people are forgetting, and this article from Matt Law explains it really well, is Chelsea's owners and Chelsea's directors don't believe you need to add experience. They believe you need to add experience in young players that have been in situations that can add. Hato, 100 games for Ajax as a captain. Enzo, Caicedo, Lavia played at top flight level. All they need to do now is blossom in your team. And for me, I think this is getting to a point now where what we're doing is so different. It's not conventional. So what people want to do is batter it because they don't understand. In reality, Cucurella's got experience, won the Euro. Reece James has got tremendous experience, Club World Cup champion twice, won the Champions League, multiple finals, been in title races in the past. Then you have Enzo Fernandez, World Cup winner, Copa America winner, Caicedo, captain of his country, Hato, Colwell, developing young players that have been playing a lot of minutes in the Premier League and in Ajax as a captain. In Hato's case, you start looking around, the minutes are accumulating. These young players are no longer young. They're now going into their prime. In this day and age, 23, 24, 25, 26 is players' prime. Because what ends up happening is they get sold off. Unless they're world class, they get sold off and the new youngster comes in. Gone are the days, in my opinion, where good players stay at big clubs till the age of 30, 31. Unless you're not world class, you're not staying. You're going to be flipped. And Chelsea, in my opinion, are doing a good job right now with deciding who needs to go and who needs to stay. Jackson didn't make the grade. Noni didn't make the grade. Palmer did. Enzo did, Caicedo did, and guess what? They're staying. When you're good enough, you're going to stay. And this whole narrative that we need experience to win stuff, Nonsense. Tosin has experience. We ain't winning nothing with him. Disasi had experience when we signed him. He was a poor signing. How many times have we went and got experienced players and it didn't work out? Get quality. And I'm really glad that our board and our directors are fully behind that. Get quality. I don't mean go get Garnacho. I mean go get genuine quality that we can get behind. When I speak of quality, I speak about Estevão. Stevenson. Yeah, Stevenson. Yeah, well, let's go in the middle, right? They want to call him Steve. It's Estevão. We're calling him Stevenson. Stevenson, my boy, is absolutely doing brilliant, right? He's come on. He's made impacts. He's got a winner. He's got assists. He got a second goal with a penalty. Took it with so much conviction. And the little Ronaldinho walk-up. Absolutely brilliant. What ended up happening is Estevão came out and spoke about how he got the penalty. He said Enzo just looked at him. He didn't ask for it. He gave it to him. And it was a moment of declaring unity in the team. It was a moment of showing how we're a good group. We want everyone to do well. For me, it tells me two things. Number one, Enzo Fernandez is a brilliant leader. This will only elevate Estevão's confidence. A confident Estevão means we get better performances out of Estevão. But the key thing here is, at this moment in time, Steve has got a huge reputation in that team. The penalty didn't go to Gittins. He needed the penalty more than Estevão, in my opinion. The penalty didn't go to Gil. The penalty didn't go to anyone else in the squad that the moment was going to go. The penalty went to Estevão. His teammates understand the level of player, the caliber of player they have on their hands. And they know they need to put a rocket on his back because a popping Estevão coinciding with a returning Cole Palmer, a João Pedro who's got something to prove, Liam Delap, who is an unknown quantity, could put Chelsea in a position in January where we're saying, go and sign a centre-half and we're competing for the league. We need to be in that position that we can moan about not buying a new centre-half. Do you understand what I'm saying? So for me, this is brilliant. And it also highlighted another thing. We have come a long way. We have gone a long, long way. I'm going to cast your mind back. Thiago Silva was our captain. Didn't speak much English. But next to him, you had Conor Gallagher as the vice captain. Noni's trying to snatch a penalty off Palmer. Jackson's trying to fight over the penalty. Palmer's pushing him away. Gallagher's doing his very best impression of being the child in between a divorce where there's two parents arguing and he's just like, please stop, and no one's listening to him. And it was a mess. Pochettino enabled that sort of behavior. He enabled it. He let the kids run the asylum. You can't do that. I'm sorry. And now what you're seeing is we've got players that are starting to be leaders, players that understand leadership. No one's questioning if Enzo's taking it. Everybody knows. But Enzo decides, I'm giving it to Estevão. No one questions it. No one's saying I need that goal more. It is a good unity. There's an environment. There's a core built. And we need to build off that core. I've always said it. We have got 5 players I want to build around. Paul Palmer, Reece James, Cucurella, Enzo, Caicedo. Those 5 you build around. Everyone else is supplementary pieces. And you will have a very, very good team. Enzo Maresca, in my opinion, has really come out really well in the last few weeks, right? Enzo Maresca spoke out about Estevão and he gave us some detail about why Estevão's special. Estevão's a player like Cole Palmer that people will pay money to come and watch. It's what fans want to do. They want to come and see Estevão play. He also said Estevão's young, right? Estevão's going to have good games, bad games. I think this is where we need to understand and measure our temptation. What I understand here is all of us say we're tempted to say he's going to be as good as Yamal. The thing is, he could be. We just need to give him time to prove it. We need to give him minutes to prove it. The key here is not to be down if he has one bad game, if he misses a few chances. His movement alone will generate chances. He is going to slap goals for this club, I promise you that. But what was really nice to see was Enzo Maresca said usually with young players, they think they're very good and they think it gets to their head straight. And we've heard this expression from him in the past. He said this expression once, indirectly about a certain player. We can't confirm who that player is, but he said it. He said there are certain players that score a few goals and all of a sudden they think they're great. And it was in the time frame when Noni scored a hat-trick and after that Noni got dropped for training and there was stories coming out. It's unfair to say it was definitely. However, the timing was very interesting because Noni got benched as well. He said with Estevão, at this moment in time, we have got a very polite kid, a humble kid, a hard-working kid, a kid that asks questions. And it's a pleasure to coach him and you know he's going to develop. But he also added on, this is a credit to his parents. His parents are looking after him. And for me, this is brilliant news. What do we always say? Estevao is a church boy. I said I don't want to see Neymar nowhere near Stevenson. All right, I don't want to see you. If he invites you to carnival, you say no. If he invites you to go to his garden, the way Yamal did and play football two-touch on the beach with the net up, you say no. What you need to do is pick up the phone, ring iShow Speed, tell him I want to meet Cristiano Ronaldo. I want to meet Cristiano Ronaldo. I need Ronaldo to put you on that diet plan. I need Ronaldo to give you training sessions. I need Ronaldo to tell you about that hyperbolic chamber he sleeps in. As soon as that happens, he will start looking after his body more. He will be a model professional. Cristiano Ronaldo is that model professional that at 41 years old in Saudi is still putting up numbers and will be at the World Cup next year. Ronaldo is the idol you need to be following. Neymar is the idea of the idol that you need to be following. But there's a reason why Hazard and Neymar, as much as I love both of them, as much as I think they're legends of the game, they're not playing after the age of 34 anymore, right? They're basically, one's retired and the other one's basically retired. Ronaldo, on the other hand, looks after himself. Messi, on the other hand, prioritizes football. I need Estevão. Mass every Sunday. Every Sunday, I need you at church. Whatever you've been doing, your parents need to be doing. There's a great church in Fulham, a Brazilian one. You need to be there, bro. All right? Everything you've been doing, please continue it. Humble kid. The other thing that we need to talk about is this stat that's going around that a lot of people are giving Enzo Maresca a lot of credit for. So look, a couple of weeks ago, a lot of people started saying Enzo Maresca out for the way that we've been playing football. And I said, Enzo Maresca will get the sack if he doesn't shut up, basically. Because what he was doing is, he was coming out and being combative and not letting go that they didn't buy him a centre-half. That was as simple as that. He was actively coming out, he was actively bad-mouthing directors, and this ends badly. A lot of people say, Alex, what are you talking about? Why does it have to end badly? It ends badly for two reasons. Number one, the directors are basically his employers. Number two, the directors are doing what the owners are telling them to do. If you're calling out the directors publicly, you're calling out your employer publicly, meaning you're going to get sacked. All right? So please, juízo, relax, uspokójcie. All right? Relax. You don't need to do that. However, we've only lost 5 games in our last 30. Enzo Maresca, if I'm not mistaken, has got a 65% win rate. He's doing really well. And the stat that's going around now is Chelsea have lost 1 game with 11 men on the pitch. In reality, we lost 5, right? Because we always started with 11. The question needs to be, why are we getting red cards? And this isn't a negative point. This is an observation, right? We need to be able to understand why we get red cards. Sometimes it's rash decisions and it happens in football. Sometimes, in Jackson's case, when we're losing, his head goes. We need to be in those positions more often and you will learn from them. And what will end up happening is, hopefully, once they learn from him, they don't repeat it. Gusto, you're winning 3-0. Broski, you don't need to do that challenge. Chalobah, let him go. Trust your keeper to make the save. Sanchez, take the 1-0. Let Man United go ahead. And then try get back into the game. It's as simple as that. Don't get sent off. And when you start analysing those, it is very impressive. You know, like, since Fulham, we have been on a brilliant run. And if this run continues, we will literally, if we go and repeat this again, by the way, there is a very good chance we will be in a title race. 30 more games. We will be deep in the Champions League. We will be in a good position in the Carabao Cup. And more importantly, we'll be in a very good position in the league. So that's where we need to be positive. But at the same time, we need to understand it's not all rosy. We're not the best team in the world. It's not all perfect. However, we are a very good team. And what needs to happen is we need to build on what we're starting to build on. My long-term solution for this defense is James, Josh, Hato, and Cuckoo. That's what I want to see. People don't like it. I don't care. I'm telling you my opinion. But I want to know yours now. Do you think Chelsea have got a disciplinary issue or not? And furthermore, if you haven't watched my review of the game against Ajax, go check it out. The video's here for you. Peace out. I'm out. Have a lovely day. Bye.